been a lot of like weird 6 and 66 and 666s like popping up. Especially when it comes to financial situations. Like I think in Greece, everyone could only take $66.06 out of their ATM a day or something like that, or something to that effect. I mean, you can check into these things, verify them for yourself. I mean, I don't need to remember all the details all the time. All I got to do is remember some key points of them details. And it's like if I just throw a cluster bomb of keyword information, man, you got to Google too, man. Go geek that. You know what I'm saying? But I seen it also in Japan. Something that the stock market went down 666 points. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm thinking this means, and there's other events where the 66 and 666 is involved, or the 6. You know what I'm saying? It's real crazy. But it's real simple, man. This is that's an obvious reference to Revelations, and the it's a name of a man and the number of a man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so in a way, there's always numerological numbers that like you can add up the names, the letters anyway. Each letter has a different assigned value, and it's one way that you can communicate encodedly. Like if you go back and you read through the whole Bible, but you look at the interpretations of every guy's name through the Bible and then put them in a line, it says something else. So just like that in life, it does seem very much so that even it is encoded in just in the language. Because I mean, here's the thing about the everyone likes to look at the light, you know what I'm saying, and just focus on the light, but sound preceded the light. You know what I'm saying? And people, I think, sometimes forget. They get you to focus on the light, but make you forget about sound. You know what I'm saying? And language, and how important language is to your culture, to your history, to your ethnic groups. Because we were divided for a reason. Because there was a time when everyone had the same language, but you know what I'm saying? It was split up. And this is how you can tie your ethnicity back to the Noah event and afterwards the Nimrod event. You know what I'm saying? You can trace it back to Noah and Nimrod. You know what I'm saying? And there's where that's just one frame of reference. You know what I'm saying? That's just one in history that you can, if you want to look at the big puzzle like migration and how everyone was placed in the world. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look into that and how crazy that is, like red-haired mummies with, I think it's called, is it argyle? Or, you know, it's like basically like when people wear, what is that stuff, man, called, man, from grunge, man? Flannels. You know, it's basically like a form of flannel, and it comes from Scotland. You know what I'm saying? Or Ireland, Scotland, that region. You see this clothing and the red-haired people. But then you also find out that maybe these people were travelers from ancient Phoenicia, which is in Turkey. And that area is pretty brown now, but you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. You wouldn't know these things until someone, you know, pointed them out. But, yeah, man, what the heck was this about? Yeah, the 666. Image. The beast is an image. It also is a man, you know, and it's also a system. So it's like uh it's strange. It even is the beast that was yet is not. You know what I'm saying? The one that is but is not. It's like a strange wordage there. You know, And see, basically Nimrod basically had a new world order way back in the day, and everyone was confederate in rebellion against God. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone agreed. It was like a point where like people who weren't in agreement with that weren't there anymore, because it was like it basically said they were so concerned with building the Tower of Babel that it's like if a man was carrying a stone and he fell with the stone, they would weep for the stone. They didn't care about the men that were building it. It was like they were more concerned with doing this than people. At the same time, that's the mindset that they were in at the time. And it's the same thing now. You know what I'm saying? If you know some of these people, you know, if they saw someone, uh, get hit by a car, they'd be like, "Man, it's such a shame, man. Those were some nice shoes he had on." You know what I'm saying? That's then you know someone's running over acting like they're giving CPR, taking the money out of his wallet. You know what I'm saying? Basically, but uh, in Revelations, this ties in definitely with economics to the point where it says, "No man shall buy, sell, or trade." You know what I'm saying? Without the mark of the beast. Uh, and some people say it's a spiritual mark. Some people say it's a microchip, which I think it is a chip, because it just seems that's they ultimately want to get the chip in you. I mean, Aaron Russo dropped that. You know what I'm saying? And it's related. Like what did I see, man? What was it, man? It was called the MARC. It was 666. Can't remember the fucking details on it, but it was a long time ago, man. It was probably one of the original beta test prototype of the chip, but it had 666 on it. But there's a connection with the IBM, like in the founder of the internet. It's like for some reason, whoever you are, your information, they added a 666 to the beginning to log you. So in a way, I mean, something to that effect. You can look into that too. And I mean, I've even seen it at the DMV where it had the 666 code or something like that. It had I wasn't sure what it was, something to do, I think, with boating insurance. But I thought to myself, and this was good 10 years ago, I was like, man, that's fucking conditioning. Because I mean, I know that ain't the mark of the beast, but yet you're trying to soften us up to the number and try to make it look less. You're trying to mask the Wah. You're hiding the beast. You know, trying to make it look all this non-threatening. You know what I mean? Putting up that appearance of non-threatening, but yet it's a snare. It's a grid, man. It's a matrix. It's Terminatrix. It's Skynet, and you know what I'm saying? It's a brave new 1984. It's crazy, but you also got in Star Wars when they do Executive Order 66, and there is the real. I can't remember what is it, 1199, something like that, but it seemed like it was the real life Executive Order 66. And if you want to see an Executive Order 66 situation, I need to look no further than the Comanche Wars. That at the end of it,